If Zeke, or put it like this, if Zeke came to the Eagles today, he the best running back in the running back room, right?
He's the most.
No. Zeke the best running back. No, y'all don't agree with that? Y'all didn't even entertain the possibility of Zeke. Neither one of y'all, right?
I said if y'all want to run it back,
Mike,
okay.
like, nah.
My thing with Zeke is this: no, because if anything, like if Zeke is subpar in any category, I'm gonna be extra mad at Zeke because I'm gonna feel like he's corrupting us. Like, there's no way I could fully trust Zeke. He is dipped in op. He was the face of the opposition. He wasn't just a former player. He is the face.
Now he's a scorned face of the ops. I entertained Zeke. I entertained it heavy. It died down, but you're talking about 12 red zone touchdowns. I'm tired of seeing Jalen Hurts running in there, getting hit 17 times for 2 points on extra points or 1 yard read option. I need a back that's going to go in there and be able to score in the red zone. That's why Miles Sanders is not an Eagle, because every time we got to the red zone, we had the QB sneaker or give it to Kenneth Gainwell. I need Rashard Penny to stay healthy. I need a EZEKIEL Elliott type of guy. I need like a guy that can take the pressure off Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? That's what I want.
I'm not denying Zeke. I'm not denying that Zeke can't have an impact still. I believe wherever Zeke goes, not here, that he'll have an impact. My only thing is I just can't trust him. I can't picture him in midnight green. I can't see him walking around in Hurts season bucket hats and talking about how we vision him dapping it up with Jalen. He the ops, bruh. He's the full.
Bruh, I'm telling you, this is what I know.
Let me just say this real quick about. Go ahead. No,
he gonna run his hardest them 2 games every year. That's what I know. That's what I know. He gonna run his hardest against the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, this is my take on Zeke, and I know, I still don't like that 3.8. I don't like how it dipped down like that. And you can say that, I mean, he shared the rock. Now, he still ran the rock a lot, but sharing the rock. So the fewer carries you have, the better your yards per carry should be. When Zeke was running like 400 times a year, he's never going to be that 5 yard a carry guy because he runs too many times. But you're talking about his least amount of run attempts with his worst amount of yards per carry. That bothers me in a sense of, you could say he was nicked up, and I'll give you that as an excuse. But the biggest thing to me, the only thing I talk about you want Zeke to be the goal line guy, and he would be. My thing is, how much money are we paying for just a goal line guy? How much money we're paying for Zeke? It can't be no near 4 or 5 million because we could have get at the Miles Sanders. And Miles Sanders had 1 less touchdown than Zeke. Well, you said 12, right? Zeke had 12. Miles had 11. And with Miles having 11, we still ran Jalen. Here's the thing. Miles can run it in at the 1. Kenny can run it at the 1. Heck, Boston could run it in at the 1 with this offensive line. The coaching staff was the one putting Jalen in jeopardy. And again, I don't think Zeke's going to change Sirianni or Shane Steichen now. What's our guy's name? The OC? Brian Johnson, Jalen's guy. He might call it less because it's Jalen, but it's the coaches staff. We had qualified running backs to run in from the 1. We just said, in Hurt season we trust. So I agree, though. He got to stop getting bodied at the 1 yard line. That's just scary.
And that's my point with BIJAN too, is look at our coaching staff. When they came here, what did we say the whole time? Give Miles more touches, give Miles more touches, give Miles more touches. Who's to say that they're going to use BIJAN right?
Yeah,
we had good running, like you said, last season. We could have went with other options than Jalen Hurts all those times. And what did they say? They kept saying, when they kept asking him in the press conference about keeping Jalen out of harm's way, using him less, especially after the injury. What did he say? We're gonna go with what works. It works. I mean, it's football. We're gonna win games. We're gonna go with what works. They gonna, who's to say? That's what he kept saying. They asked him this offseason about that. His coach's thing. He was saying he's still our biggest threat. Boom, boom. So who's to even say they're going to switch up on the game plan? We keep saying we want BIJAN to protect Jalen, and in theory that works well. But is Nick Sirianni going to protect Jalen? That's the question mark. Because in the Bears game, why did he have so many design runs in that game?
Yeah, that was scary. That was ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't make any sense. But you know,
but I
sometimes
hear
we do things that
and,
don't make
and
any sense.
LB, I will credit you this. We talked about that on GOAT Talk a solid 2 weeks before Zeke put us on the wish list, and I didn't talk about it. You brought it up and asked me, and I just let you talk about it like this. You know what I mean? So like we had it before it was a possibility. I said, I mean, I'm not gonna hate it. I'm not gonna hate the Eagles for doing it. I just wouldn't do it. And you gave me all the, and I agree with your reasons. Like he could be a nice power back for this team, but I'm good. And
he's a very underrated, you know, blocking running back as well. You know what I mean? And you know, he won a win. It ain't happening over there. Look at the teams on this wish list. Who was it? It was the Philadelphia Eagles, the Jets, right? Because the Jets probably gonna get A-Rod. And who else was it? Symone?
The Bengals.
The Bengals. Yo, they were mad. That was my go-to. I said
Jalen Hurts and Aaron Rodgers.
I said, he just wants to play with a better quarterback. You can't be mad. And then Cowboy fans are running with that. I think they're still retweeting that, John.
Yeah, I mean, he ain't say he want to go play for Washington. You know what I mean? No, he want to go play for. He want to get to where we. He want to get to where we just came from. He want to be in a championship game. He want to be remembered. You know what I mean? His jersey in the Hall of Fame and Canton, his jersey in Canton for something he did his rookie year. He try to get it in. Like I think Zeke will come over here. And I think it'll pay dividends. I think Jalen Hurts will be healthier. I think, you know, blitzes will be picked up better. Put it like this: if Zeke came to the Eagles today, he's the best running back in the running back room, right?
He's the most.
No. Zeke the best running back. No, y'all don't agree with that?
I don't like.
Put some respect on Kenny G.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what you talking about? Kenny G ain't never been asked to do with Zeke. Zeke was second fiddle last year.
He was to Miles Sanders. So if Miles Sanders, Kenny G, and okay, so if Miles and Zeke, who is the better running back between Miles and Zeke?
Miles
and Zeke. When last year?
Zeke had the better career. Look, Zeke is a beast. Was a beast.
If it was Miles right now and Zeke right now, who's the better running back?
Hey man,
listen.
Listen. And you know, I'm a Zeke fan, and you know, I ain't even trying to sugarcoat it because everybody want to crap on Zeke, right? Zeke only ran for 5 yards a carry for one season in his career. Zeke is a volume wear you down type of guy. Zeke ran for more first downs than Tony Pollard last year, and Zeke had more touchdowns than Tony Pollard last year. Zeke is the one that keep the chains moving, and Kenny Gainwell was the one that keep the chains moving for the Eagles. Every time Kenny Gainwell touched the ball is a first down. You know what I mean? If Miles was like, and I have nothing against Miles, but man, I don't know. That's my answer. I don't know.
Let me just say this real quick. Again, it's different. Moving the chains from second and 4 is different than moving the chains in 3rd and 1. But I'll give you Zeke's ability now is still useful in the sense of you got the splash player in Tony Pollard, and you got the guy who's going to grind you out, run for the tough yardage, fall forward, all that. I agree. And Zeke has a dang near Hall of Fame career. His career is good. But if you ask me on a 1-game sample size going into this year, you know, listen, I've always been scared of Zeke when he was a Cowboy. He always killed the Eagles. I always said, watch out for him. I just think now Zeke is a volume guy, and I think that volume is starting to hurt him as much as it's hurting the defense, because the last 2 years, part of the excuse that the Cowboys would use is, man, we still want to keep Zeke, but it's not his fault. He's always been, but now he's getting banged up at a higher rate. He can't stay healthy. And so as much as I say that 3.8 yards per carry bothers me, and I try to give him an okay pass because he was hurt, but he hasn't been not nicked up since he's been the old Zeke. So that's my whole thing. And so using him in the way you want, behind, like as a number 2, like Tony Pollard, that's perfectly fine. But then again, then it comes into how much, like, I think Zeke in his head is like, yo, I'm not trying to sign for anything under than $4 million. You know what I mean? And that's still low, but that's, you know, he's not going to take no. I mean, every running back on our team is $2 million or less. You know what I mean?
I think he would. I think Zeke might take that because he has to. I haven't heard anybody working out Zeke. I haven't heard anybody visiting with Zeke. I haven't heard. It's been crickets since he even said he wanted to come to these 3 teams. It's been
Jamal, what's the guy Jamal from the Lions that had like 18 touchdowns? Jamal Williams, right?
Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams took 4. Zeke got to
Yep.
be cool with 2.8.
Mhm.
You just got to be cool with that, bro. That's just what it is.
Now, the thing about Zeke, I wouldn't be mad at Zeke on the cheat because then Zeke would be the Rashad Penny. There'll be assurance policies for each other. You know what I'm saying? Because what I keep saying, if Rashad Penny is fully healthy, and I get the concern, when has he been fully healthy? But if Rashad Penny is fully healthy, he's dangerous. This running
You
back.
don't need a running back.
That's
You don't
what
need a
I'm
running
saying.
back.
So if we could go, instead of spending a top pick on a running back, we could have Zeke and Rashad Penny be insurance policies for each other for the cheap.